if you're just always running the family business, always running the family farm, if you never get off of it, then you don't know any innovation how to make it more profitable, or how to go to do something else when it's not profitable. Because there's sometimes the market is just zero, and it will be. We saw that in peanuts. We saw it in the sheep markets. We've seen it in several markets.
Well, I think you touch on a kind of a gray area there, because that's what makes good entrepreneurs, separates them from the bad ones, is how do you make your business profitable? And so maybe when commodity prices aren't great, you figure out ways to be profitable in whatever business you're doing. And so you're skimming costs, and you're looking for ways to generate revenue. And so, I think farmers and ranchers are some of the most innovative people in the world. They're just in one of the toughest industries. And when prices are volatile and they go up and down, and it can depend on a hurricane, it can depend on how much rain you get, it can depend on drought, on all those things facilitate together. So like I said, that's kind of a gray area. Like I said, they're really innovative people, and very innovative people in those industries, but it's all about how you run your business. And so I mean, I'm looking forward to the future with innovation and where machines are going. We've talked about it a dozen times, where the machines that we learned how to run when we were kids to what they are now is night and day. And, everybody always complains, well, when, in 2005, this machine was probably $25,000, $30,000, maybe less than that. And now the same machine, similar spec and horsepower maybe, is $100,000. But it's kind of like your vehicles. Think of the vehicles that your parents drove when you were growing up, and the vehicles that you're driving now, and all the innovation that's just in a vehicle. It's the same thing with equipment. And the whole point of machine manufacturing is to develop tools that allow us to be more efficient, to be more productive, to run our business more efficiently. So I'd say it's the same thing across every industry, and that's in technology. And so, one of the innovative things that New Holland's coming out with right now, we have some on order, the New Holland C330s. I'm excited to see those new units hit the ground. There's some other units that we've already talked about on the podcast, but and how those same units have helped our customers. So there's a barrier to entry in every business, but it's how effectively can you purchase that item. That's why there's special financing and cash discounts, and all those things kind of make the world go round. But like I said, I think they're always being innovative, and I think the manufacturers know that as well.
So let's go down the rabbit hole here. We talk a lot about things every day, and y'all are certainly one of my favorite dealers to discuss open ideas. But, when we talk about technology and innovation, what do you want to see more in equipment, right? So equipment's designed to do a job. It's meant to have an ass in the seat. What do you want to see in our equipment going forward?
Well, looking at our competitor, I would say probably the biggest thing in the construction industry is self-grading, GPS going into autonomous vehicles would probably be a big thing. I mean, Caterpillar's coming out with, dozers that you can run from a laptop. You got Bobcat you can run with controller from your phone. We got AccuGrade systems that take pretty much all the transit work out of site work.
So I'm sure there's advances in our portfolio going with that. I know Bobcat has one you can control, remote control. Do you think that's going to help your dealership to the next level by those advancements, or do you think your customer base here in San Angelo just wants a machine that they can go to work with without having any faults or failures, or having to go to work one day and then you pick it up the next day?
I'm going to answer this for Harrison. Our customers want consistency. They want to be able to buy a machine and know what to expect throughout the life of that machine. And then they want us to be, as a dealer, to be able to support them throughout the life of that machine. So that's having access to parts, access to good service help from the dealer side through up to the manufacturer side. And they want reliability and consistency. Now, having a semi-autonomous machine is great. It might reduce some of your labor costs, but the cost that you're paying up front to own a semi-autonomous machine is going to be a lot higher, in my opinion, than the person you're going to put in the cab of that machine. So, in my opinion, like I said, consistency, reliability. Like when I go buy a New Holland skid steer, I know I'm going to get a 10,000 hour or maybe higher machine, and I'm going to be able to work it like a dog, but I'm going to take care of it. And we've said it a dozen times on this podcast as well about taking care of your machine and creating that lifespan that's realistic. Because if you don't take care of it, you don't blow out air filters, you don't put clean fuel in it, you're going to have issues. And that's in anything. So I guess the main thing is, maybe there's some way to reduce maintenance costs. Maybe for a consumer, they're not having to pay bukus of money for oil filters. Maybe that's a way to do it. So like I said, it's consistency, knowing what they're going to get out of that machine is what I think our customers would want the most. And that would help elevate us as a dealership to grow.